Okay. And just like that, we're back on the air. We're back doing God knows whatever we're gonna do, whatever we're calling this today.
Don't call it a comeback. Call it season 2.
Season 2, kicking it off season 2 the right way, the only way we know how. And so thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks for bearing with us during our little hiatus.
I think, it was a slow point in sports, not a lot going on. We had a lot of stuff going on in personal lives and busyness there, so
yeah,
it only makes sense to ramp it up now when things are getting good.
Yeah, I think the last time we were on was what? End of February, beginning of March, in that time frame?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a lot of things going on. One of our listeners, my father, he had passed away. And then you became a godfather.
Damn right I did.
Became a godfather to my son. So that was a very pressing matter that needed to get addressed. If we're going to do the show, you got to do it right. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Man, she is a good producer, you know? Showing up with pounders of beer saying, let's go. Let's get at it.
Little Sunday fun day.
Little
strawberries to get the day going.
You know, I've never gotten into the Ritas, like the strawberries, what's the other one?
There's the mango
Mango
Ritas.
Rita.
There's just the lima Ritas.
Yeah, I never got into that.
I like them. They're delightful.
Well, that's good.
They get you going.
I'm glad you like them. You're the one drinking it.
8% alcohol content. You have a couple of these. You're ready to party. You're ready to go. I probably won't be home until Tuesday.
Yeah, that could. I could see how things get away from you like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So, real quick, because we're trying to remember how all of this works. So, quick little disclaimer: if some of my sound effects, if I end up using any today, if they're a little loud or whatever, I apologize. Apparently, everything got reset, so all of my sound levels are a little off. But we're gonna try and push through anyway. So, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can follow the Booch and Pat Show on the iHeartRadio app. Just open up any smart device and your phone, tablet, Alexa, whatever. Play the iHeartRadio app and ask to play the Booch and Pat Show.
iHeartRadio.
I still never got that. Sunday Fun Day. I missed them. Well, thank you, Mark Montelius. Thanks for listening. It's good to see that people are already chiming in.
Let's go.
Give us a call. 724-815-0667. And again, I didn't get a chance to check the phone line, so we're just going to assume they're up and running.
Hopefully they work. People have our phone numbers, so it might get weird today. Who knows?
And if the phone lines are not working, the chat room is popping. Booch is monitoring it, and it's coming up on the screen so everybody can watch.
And I usually get a lot of spam calls, too, so we'll answer those. We'll have some fun with some debt collectors. Let's really get into it today.
Let's get weird.
We'll ask the debt collectors what they think about Philadelphia sports and the landscape. They'll be like, just give me my $600, bitch.
Yeah. $600. Unlike the many stimulus checks that we've had for the last few years. You know, I'm still technically, because of Biden's new Child Care Act, technically I'm getting a $300 stimulus every month.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
we split it in half since I'm the godfather, right? Where are my rights at? We have to really fill out a contract or something.
Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll work on that.
I'm adopting kids just for stimmy checks, tax breaks.
So, since we were gone for
get a live-in hot nanny.
Do you think Danielle would go for that?
For myself.
Do you think Casey would go for that?
It don't matter what she thinks.
So we've been gone for a few months, so obviously sports world hasn't stopped just because our show wasn't on. So I did put together a very small recap. Because remember I was saying I was trying to find clips of some of the things that we missed. I ran out of time, but I got I think it's 3 mini clips that are
okay.
For this.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock.
A few things we missed while we were away.
Here's Suzuki. Puck in behind the Tampa net. McDonough is on it there. Crunches it to the boards. Suzuki takes a hit from Chernak. Down to 15 seconds. Puck into the corner to the right of Vasilevsky. Comes out in front. It is cleared as time winds down here in Tampa. 5 seconds remaining. Puck retrieved by Petrie. Lightning strikes twice. The Tampa Bay their second straight Stanley Cup. And that'll do it. It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended. After a half century, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again.
The 2-2. Out to center field. Going back on a Jankowski. Makes the catch, and the Phillies have moved into first place in the National League East. The Mets had occupied first place for 90 consecutive days on this Friday night in the month of August 2000.
So that was a quick little blurb of items that we have missed over the last few weeks and months. Obviously, I wanted to make sure I ended on a somewhat local note.
And local, and it's relevant right now. It just
It's
happened.
Yes, it did just happen, and I know that was one of the clips that you wanted to play.
Yes.
I also have the other one.
Okay. Is this the El Torito one?
Is that?
I don't know.
No.
I forget. I was pretty drunk when I sent you clips.
Out to center field. Nimmo's going back. That one is gone! Off the back wall! A two-run home run for Bryce Harper, adding a little insurance here in the bottom of the eighth inning. It's a 4-1 game.
Ring that bell, Bryce. Ring it, baby.
J-Roll.
So I know you wanted me to try and get their banter, their commentary, their items like
Well,
that.
I just wanted to talk about it. Like, it's just,
I ran out of time trying to find them.
dude,
but
yesterday they did. I know you're working and stuff. It was an early game, but they had like the broadcast lounge. So it was J-Roll, Kruk, and McCarthy, T-Mac up front, like in like round tables.
Yeah.
Then in the back, they had a couple round tables and chairs where they were bringing up like Wall of Fame guys like Schmitty, Carlton. They had like Charlie at one point.
Michael Schmidt, Michael Jack Schmidt.
Dan Baker sort of loved that one up, but that's all right. But it was pretty cool. And then at one point, like they had the cater. They had like the room cater.
Yeah.
They're bringing pizzas, cheesesteaks, water ice. Like Kruk was in heaven that day, and J-Roll was like, "I'm gonna leave looking like Kruk." And Bull, he was in there. He's like, "Yeah, these are the cheesesteaks from my restaurant." Trying to get the plug in there.
Naturally, of course he was.
He's a friend of ours. He's a friend of the show.
Yes, we have our picture with it. Well,
you did.
I
took the picture.
You took the picture.
I don't need a picture. I have memories. I remember it.
That's
You know,
fine.
you can't have this face all over the place. All right.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. So, anyway, we obviously, since that's the talking point right now, let's dive into some of the Philadelphia Phillies things. Obviously, we are now in first place in our division, which is absolutely monstrous and huge. It helps. Everything came down to, like, as you would say, like a perfect storm, where it's like, we're half game back, and now we're going into this weekend series against the team that's in first place, the Mets, and then through the group chat and everything, everybody's sitting there going, "Let's go Nationals! Let's go! Let's see what they can do."
So last night I was watching the Nationals game because, like I said, pretty drunk, watching a little Baseball Network. And, Baseball Network that night, they flipped back and forth, but they did have a lot of the Braves game.
Yeah.
Braves were dealing. Charlie Morton was dealing. It was like the eighth inning. It was still 2-0. Then the Nationals decided to score 3 runs and won. Very excited. Had another shot. Drank another beer. Did another shot. Drank another beer.
See,
So it was a good day. It was a good day in Philadelphia sports.
it was for me because we went out last night, and eventually, if Dr. White joins us up in the studio, we'll see how he's recovering from last night. But yeah, he and I and Danielle, we went out. We went to the restaurant, and they had like massive TVs all around the bar. It was like, have you ever been to the Bernie's up in in Hebron?
I passed it all the time. Never
So
been in it though.
it's very like Cheers like.
Yeah.
It's got the round bar in the middle.
I've seen the inside because it's very open.
Yeah.
The windows are very
Yeah,
open.
so they got all these TVs.
I'm
just
surprised they
above the
like
bar.
even cut down that street. Like, could they have tables in that street? I'm surprised the township lets that happen.
But the reason I bring it up is because last night you have all these massive TVs on and everything. It's like cool, and I'm just trying to like watch baseball, and it's literally nothing
Olympics.
but Olympic coverage. Which it's like, okay, but quite honestly, and we will get into the
I
Olympics.
did watch the women's Olympics, the women's basketball last night.
And we will get into the Olympics a little bit later. I want to stay focused on Philly since that's where
We
are.
never stay focused on one thing.
I know.
We'll do our best.
But the problem was every TV was covering the Olympics. And I'm sitting there going, the Olympics are coming to an end.
Tonight. It's over.
This is the most like Olympics coverage that I've seen. It's just like gone like that. I've barely seen any of it.
Oh, really? I watched the first week. I watched a lot.
Well, you work night shifts, so you get a chance to like catch everything.
Well,
during the day.
everything's live at nighttime. It's Tokyo, so like I'm watching the NBA basketball games that are on at 1 a.m.
Okay.
So everything's live. They do all the replays during the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I didn't know the time difference. I
13 hours, I think.
I just assume they play and then we catch it the next morning because that's like.
Yeah, no. So I caught a lot like in the middle of the night. So like I would text you guys, be like, "Yeah, the men's won again."
Men and women's. So let's talk about your Philadelphia Phillies here. Leading up to this first place division. First of all, it's not a very good division this year. It's not.
It's getting better.
I'm not.
It's getting better. It was terrible in the beginning. It looked like It looked like NFC East of football, right? Yeah, it was not pretty good. It was not good at all.
It was not good, and it was
But
very.
It's definitely getting more competitive now.
Yes, and we have what, maybe 60 games left, around that, a little less.
What's their record? 57 and 53. Probably a little less than 60 games.
Yeah, so we're around that.
Mid 50s.
So leading up to
math's hard for me, especially while drinking or sober.
So leading up to things, you had to really like sit because they were on losing streaks for a little bit. Then they had the droughts of nobody hitting. Like Bryce Harper was struggling for a bit. Now he's on fire. Now the conversation is MVP.
MVP. I brought it up. I said it to you guys. Then like 10 minutes later, WIP wrote an article about it. So that's the kind of hard-hitting stuff you get from the Booch and Pat show. I already had it out there before they put it.
So are you saying that there's a spy in your house or in your brain, and they're like, "Oh, that's a great idea. Let's write an article
I have a chip in
about
my
that."
brain, and they're going through. I hope they're not going through this brain because I'd probably get arrested.
Yikes!
Yeah, nobody wants to see the inside. It's like Herman's Head. Remember that TV show? Nobody wants to see it inside Booch's head.
Herman's Head.
It was like a Fox show back in like the 90s. It was weird.
I don't remember it. But one of the, obviously because we are just starting off season 2 today, we missed trade deadline. We missed the All-Star game. We missed a lot of stuff about how baseball's panning out. That being said, it sounds like...
Did we really miss the All-Star game?
Well, no. I've never been a fan of the All-Star game.
No. I like the Home Run Derby.
Home Run Derby.
I like all this stuff leading up to All-Star games. I never really actually watched any of the sports All-Star games.
I will say, if...
You'll watch the Pro Bowl.
No, God, no. I will say, if the All-Star game, like All-Star like break or whatever, was to come back to Philly, if I got tickets to that, I mean, I would go.
I would definitely
watch
go.
it.
I mean, the last time it was here, what, 96?
Was it 96? Yeah.
Yeah, 96. So, and obviously it didn't go then. So, yeah, right now I'd definitely go.
I mean, with some of my dad's stuff. Oh, I forgot to bring my stuff up for you. My baseball cards.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got time
later. Yeah, well, I'll be here. I'll be here all day drinking pounders.
I got a baseball that was one of my dad's. That's like memorabilia from that All-Star game in Philly.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
From that '96 All-Star game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a commemorative. It's not like a home run ball or some BS like that. But it, whatever. I digress. So with the trade deadline, everybody was wondering, are we going to be buyers? Are we going to be sellers? Like, what kind of team are we looking to be?
I didn't think we were doing anything.
And exactly. And then it became, well, are we doing anything? And what do you think? Are you happy?
Right now, I'm very happy. The way Gibson went out there on fire, his first start looked very good. Then the energy he brought on Friday night when he hit that double play in the 5th inning, dude, he just jumped up and just got all excited. That got me excited. That fired up everybody.
Yeah.
I'm fired up. He even said in his press conference he's ready. He's 31, 32 years old. He wants to play in big-time games.
Yeah, and
now he's seeing it. Bryce is happy. He's been here, 3 years now? Now he's seeing what Philadelphia fans are like during big-time games.
Yeah, and I don't remember so much if Gibson said anything or if Kennedy said anything, but Harper, he went on his post-game interview or whatever. He's like, "This is why I came here."
That's what I just said, yeah.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, aside from the fact, like,
Yeah.
I know you were generalizing. I'm just saying, like, that's the idea of Phillies baseball.
Yeah.
Like, because he's always said it before in the past that,
Too soon for the rally towels?
Yeah.
That was the question I heard on another station. Asking about rally towels. I think you go rally towels in, September. Not early August.
Yeah. And then you got to start. And then when do magic numbers start coming out?
Middle of September.
Is it mid-September?
Yeah, mid-September. Unless we have a big lead by then magic numbers could start beginning of September.
Yeah.
If the Mets keep on falling apart.
Now, I do have to point out something to you. That we start back the show, season 2, which, by the way, it's not that it's season 2. It's just like,
It's season 2 of when we brought the show back from the pandemic.
Yeah. So, like, we're just calling it season 2, and it'll be dealt with that way. However, in that vein of season 2, it's actually been 8 years this past week, since we started this show. That we've been doing this for 8 years. I mean, granted, we took a little hiatus and everything like that, and life changes and everything.
8 years, man.
But yeah,
I was a good-looking guy back then.
8 years we've been
Even
doing
better
this.
looking now. Just going to my Clooney years.
8 years we've been doing this, and it started talking about Phillies baseball.
Well, yeah, that's what happens in August.
8 years ago, we were talking about
8 years ago, they were pretty
Dominic
bad.
Brown.
Yeah, they were pretty bad then.
When we started the show, we were talking about Dominic Brown.
We were probably talking about trading everybody at that point. Because at that point, you're just probably talking about Jimmy Rollins getting out of town and Utley and all those guys leaving.
Yeah. I really didn't want to see Utley go. But, hey.
You got to do what you got to do. And he had to chase a World Series ring, which he didn't get, but he had to do it. I get it.
Yeah.
Or chase another one.
The good old Silver Fox.
Yeah. I'm ready to go on my Silver Fox days. I got some gray underneath this headband.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some gray up here, too.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so light you can't see it.
So as of July 29th, the Mets' chances of winning the division were 75%, and our chances were 19%. That was a week and a half ago. Now our chances are 41%, and the Mets are 34%. Week and a half ago. That's how much those odds changed. We're 4.5 games out of first place last Sunday.
Yeah.
This has been the quickest turnaround by a Phillies team in over 100 years. Since 1916.
You did some stats research, didn't you?
They brought it up during the game yesterday.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, then there you go.
I listened.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing great baseball right now. I mean, and I also don't want to take, because this piggybacks on what we started by saying, or what you started by saying, is that the division is starting to play good baseball right now. Like, everybody is in the hunt.
Well,
everybody's right there.
You got the Mets, Braves, and us. I mean, Nationals sold their whole team except for Juan Soto. And
which by the way,
the Marlins are going to be a sub 500 team and try to screw up everybody's plans like they do every year.
Which, by the way, I wanted to touch on Scherzer. Like, they dealt him. Oh, I'm not going to Philly. Good. I don't want you. You're an asshole. You two-colored-looking eyed weirdo.
Yeah, he. I don't know. He just doesn't like Philly. I don't like him, so it's
fine.
fine.
It's fine. It's like, it's the same thing with
he doesn't
Pittsburgh
want intense fans.
I know.
That's the problem. He goes out to L.A. They don't give a shit.
Are they still having issues selling out stadium?
I have no idea. Probably.
It's always been an issue over there. Baseball. But moving forward, because there is a lot of baseball left. You figure you got all of August, all of September, and then what, the first week of October?
Maybe.
If that is like the rest of the season.
Season started, I think, started early this year, so I don't even know if it really goes into October that much this year.
Yeah.
I'd have to look.
But we got some tough games still left to play.
This week we have to play the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Starting Tuesday, I think.
Here or there?
It's here.
Okay.
I think it's here.
Well, then maybe
I
I
think
have
it's here.
maybe I have a chance to
It's here.
maybe I have a chance to catch some
Is
of
it
those
here?
games. This
No,
week.
it's here because Star Wars Day is Wednesday.
Okay. Are you sure?
Star Wars Day down the stadium. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was.
Is it here? It's here. Is it?
Yeah, I was possibly going to go to that game but then I decided not to.
You're killing me, Smalls.
It's gonna be hot out this week, man.
I know this kicks off. Oh, we didn't even start the show. What's the weather forecast for the week or the today?
It's gloomy out.
It is a little gloomy out.
I can deal with this weather though, like mid-70s.
Hey, I'm just happy I was able to get the lawn mowing out of the way, the weed whacking out of the way. I got everything all prim and cut and chopped and ready to go. Get this show over with and start grilling some burgers and dogs.
There we go.
And have all the potato salad for like 90 people. How'd you guys make out with all, like, did the other food come?
Yeah, the other food came like 10 minutes later.
So
we have 2 things of ice cream now. Like 2 big things of ice cream.
So for everybody listening ahead, my actual day job is I am a mailman for those that don't know me. And I actually deliver to Booch's house. He's on my route. And yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah,
it was yesterday.
It was, yeah, all my days are blurred together. Yesterday, because we're still in pandemic times, and people, quite honestly, people have gotten used to pandemic times. It's like, why do go to a grocery store when this is like a easy way to do it? So
it's so much better.
You guys ordered groceries, and they got delivered to the wrong house. And
not even the wrong house, it's the wrong street.
But luckily enough, it got delivered to another house on my route, which, you know, I was having this conversation with Dr. White and Danielle last night. They're like, you know, like, what if people like saw you? Like, oh my God, that mailman's stealing their groceries. I was like,
I was thinking the same thing. What if they have like one of the doorbell cameras?
That's what they said. I'm like, he doesn't have a Ring doorbell. But I mean, I did stand there. I knocked on the door, rang the doorbell, but it was your groceries because it matched the same photo that you guys had.
Yeah.
I matched it. I matched it to the porch. I was like, that's probably this house.
It was the same address, numbers. It was just the wrong street.
Yes. So I went and got it.
I mean, like we were definitely talking about like it's awkward. Like, I deliver your mail, now go steal your groceries, bitches.
Well, I mean, I was parked on Listener Tim Street, so I was around the corner. So I'm carrying like these 3 big grocery bags full of stuff out to my truck, like around the block. But I did tell Danielle, I was like, it's not. At first, I was a little weirded out, but I was like, you know what? Once a year, we do the food drive for the post office anyway. So we're, it's not uncommon to see a mailman carrying groceries. So whatever. I digress. But that
it wasn't like a keg of beer or like a bunch of liquor.
That would have been better.
Yeah, but like that would have been weird for.
I would have been like, yeah, I never found it, guys. Like, that's unfortunate. I tell you. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to look this up. I'm gonna try and do this real quick on my phone while I give you a talking point to really just like go on a tirade about.
Let's see.
The tirade. Since we were talking about the Olympics are on NBC. You can catch majority of the coverage on the Peacock Network. Which is your favorite thing in the world. So, let's hear what your opinions are about the Peacock Network.
So, the Phillies were actually on the Peacock, too, for like a weekend.
I forgot about that.
And now they have the WWE Network on the Peacock, which that's what I usually watch. And it's just so slow. You click into it, and like, I had the picture of Michael Scott's my picture, because you got to pick different pictures to go into. And it takes forever just to go from browse to WWE Network to Olympics. It just takes like 2 minutes just to pick a selection. Then you go in, and then if you want to go back, it takes another 40 seconds. And then when you hit into it, it's glitchy for the first 10 minutes. Peacock, you gotta get your shit together. I don't know if it's just for Xfinity users or it's all around. If I did it on my computer, if it's a little bit better. But on the Xfinity app, it is the absolute worst. And we had problems when we were trying to watching Money in the Bank. There was issues. Like it tapped out for a little bit. Using a wrestling word there.
Well, leading. Yeah. Nice. Well played.
Yeah.
I mean, I had issues with at first up until Brogan texted us. I, honest to God, thought it was just I had shitty service here.
No, it's
That's what I thought
Peacock
it was.
is the absolute worst.
Because leading up to Money in the Bank, like for those, because this is a little wrestling segment, and we're going to have some wrestling conversation at some point here. Leading up to Money in the Bank, they were, what would they say, the 25th anniversary of the NWO? So everything was NWO, like, intensified.
I love
And
it.
the only thing I really, really cared about, I could have cared less for everything else, but the only thing I really wanted to watch was Kevin Nash on the Broken Skull sessions. And
I did watch that. That was pretty cool.
And I watched it. I enjoyed it. And then I saw that I missed one.
I'm leaving.
All right.
See.
Smell you later. And the one that I missed was the one that was right before it was the Mick Foley. And I was like, oh, you know what? I didn't see that. Let me watch that. And I hit down on the remote to get to the Mick Foley. And the whole screen froze. And then it kicked me out of Peacock and said, having issues. And then it turned my cable off. Like my whole box shut down, rebooted, and started with that hello, hola, ciao, benvenuto. And I was like, what the fuck just happened to my TV? All because of the Peacock network.
Peacock's the worst.
Well,
I have no problems with any other apps. Now, drinking a Red's Wicked Lemonade.
This is going to be a great segment to my next conversation too.
What's that?
What you're like different drinks and all that stuff. Trust me. But the cock sucks.
Go get diabetes from all this.
but the cock is not good.
The cock is terrible.
Yeah. So, Xfinity, NBC, whoever's in charge, get your shit figured out because your streaming app sucks. Especially if you're gonna have like all these different shows. Like that's the only place you can watch The Office.
The Greek freak Giannis said he will not watch on the Peacock either. Did you see that?
No. But speaking of the Greek freak, I got some clips of him.
PJ tried calling and said he was busy, so we are definitely having a little issues with the phone.
All right. Apologies that the phone line might not be working. So, how about you join in on the chat room, text away, and we will answer everything that we can, and we'll do our very best. I apologize.
Send your letters to dear old Captain Booch.
So your Greek freak.
I will be a captain in a week.
Yes. All right. Let me get my train of thought going again because we're all over the place.
So I love being all over the place.
So here is something, and this actually kind of, I mean, it doesn't directly affect Paul, but he would like to know this. I know you're going to want to know this, and listener Gallo, because we have to get ready for him starting up with football season.
Shots.
Because over my shoulder, you can see my trophy back there on the Miller Lite sign.
Against all odds?
Yes, because we're going to be starting that up for football season. But this directly affects everybody that is a beer drinker. Have you heard that Molson Coors is retiring 11 beers?
What are they retiring?
So
are they retiring any beers we actually know?
So this is why it affects everybody, because for all of you Miller High Life drinkers, say goodbye to your Miller High Life.
What are you talking about?
Light.
Oh, I didn't even know they had it.
So,
I do like the High Life.
So 11
cheap beer at the bar.
So 11 of your beers that are getting retired. Some of them I don't know.
I've never even seen a High Life Light.
I think
isn't that called Miller Light?
You take that back.
Well, it's pretty much it's a Miller Light.
Didn't Buckets have that for a while?
What's that?
Miller High Life Light?
I don't remember.
I mean, years ago.
Well, what was their big special for a long time? Then they had that weird beer. What was the name of that? Is that okay? Continue.
So you said you wanted to know. Is there anything that on here? So the number, here's 11 beers that are retired, and the first one that comes up directly affects Gallo and Vinny. Ham's Special Light.
Okay.
Gone. Henry Weinhardt's Private Reserve. No clue. Ice House.
Ice House. That used to be the $2 special at Buckets.
It's the Ice House Edge is gone. Key Lightful.
I never heard of it.
Apparently, Key Lightful is, I think, Keystone's way of trying to get into the strawberries and the Truly and the White Claw stuff.
Gotcha.
Keystone Ice.
I like Keystone Ice.
Tried to call you Doots, busy, whack as poop.
Oh.
Well, it's nice to know that Chewbacca's still on fire.
Answers your questions over the
can,
chat here.
I can see your chat, so why don't you ask your questions, bro? I can't fix that the phone's not working. It's their first day back. Like, come on, man. I had
His phone lines are like the Peacock Network. We just never know what's going to happen.
Keystone Ice, Magnum.
I like Magnum.
That's gone. Mickey's Ice.
I like Mickey's too.
Miller High Life Light.
Okay. I never even know who made it, so see ya.
Milwaukee's Best Premium.
Stop it. No more Beast?
Old English HG 800.
Is that the same as Old E?
I mean, I know Old English like Old E, but
is that like?
But it says it says HG 800.
Is that like a different brand of Old E? Because I was looking at when we were picking up these, they had the 40 section there. They had Old E's, and you know what? They're not in the glass bottles. They're in plastic bottles.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a plastic 40.
A plastic 40.
I mean, that would make Edward 40 hands like...
You can just squeeze it.
Yeah. Talk about beer killies right there. And Steel Reserve 211. But yeah, so Ham Special Light, Ice House Edge, and Miller High Life Light. Sayonara. All gone.
My headband's riding up my hair.
Yeah, I don't have that problem. That's a you problem. So going back to since you wanted to talk about the Greek Freak, we can jump into some basketball.
Well, I just said he didn't like the Peacock Network.
I understand, but it's a nice segue to get into some different things. I was in WACME. Acme. Well, maybe you didn't have service, Paul.
Maybe he did not have service.
Try
it when you're out of the WACME.
Yeah. But it's nice to know that somebody's listening to the show while, grocery shopping.
Well, they played over the
Peacock Network?
No, not over, where they
PA
had the
system?
The PA system where they had music. I have a thing with Acme where they play the Booch and Pat shows on Sundays from 12 to 1.
Well, maybe the VFW in Jenkintown is streaming it live on one of the TVs.
I don't know who's bartending over there today.
Not Moser?
He's every other week. I don't know if he worked last week.
Oh.
I know he went out last night, so who knows?
Oh, I did see Moser last night. He was fucked up.
I know.
He came in with Gallo.
Yeah, I know. I hear everything.
Yeah, he was feeling no pain. It was great. I love that guy. So your Greek Freak was living his best life after winning the NBA championship.
He should be. It's a big accomplishment.
So I shouldn't say he went viral because everybody was paying attention to all the stuff that he was doing and everything like that. And he and his girl went to go get Chick-fil-A.
I like Chick-fil-A.
And he had a very specific order.
Okay, I want to hear the order. So I'm going to tell you my Chick-fil-A.
And ladies, obviously. I'm about to go order the 50-piece McNuggets.
Okay.
I know. Actually, I'm going to order. Do they have barbecue chicken? Do they have barbecue chicken? No? Okay.
He's never been there.
Oh, man, barbecue sauce. Yeah, that's going to be my order. 50-piece chicken nuggets with half Sprite, half lemonade, no ice, please. Oh, man.
Mind you, he's doing this video for Instagram Live, holding the trophy.
So he's pulling an Ovechkin. Remember, after the Capitals won, and Ovechkin took the trophy wherever.
I mean, my baby. Yeah, my babies.
Yeah, so his babies consist of his girlfriend and his trophy. So he was living his best life, having a great time.
Having McNuggets at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. But his drink, no ice, half Sprite, half lemonade.
I never thought about doing that.
That's an interesting drink.
I know, it sounds very delightful. I think that's what I'm going to do. Usually if I go to Chick-fil-A, I get the chicken sandwich. I don't like the waffle fries, and then I get the...
You don't like the waffle fries?
I don't. I think they're kind of plain. But then I get their mac and cheese, which is... Listen, Uncle Booch. I get the mac and cheese, and you know what you do? You put the mac and cheese on the chicken sandwich. It is out of this world the best sandwich ever.
And I'm not arguing that it's not a good
I
sandwich.
don't like their waffle fries.
How do you not like waffle fries?
I usually like waffle fries. I don't like their waffle fries.
Because they're too spongy or
They're
too...
spongy. I don't know. They get cold too quick. They're too salty.
Sounds like you're the one that's salty.
I'm not. I just said I don't. I just don't get them though. That's it. I don't get the meal. I just get sandwiches and mac and cheese there, and now a Sprite and lemonade.
Well, if you like it so much, why don't you go pick up some today?
Well, it's Sunday. All right. We're not at the Atlanta Falcons Stadium.
So
isn't that the only place that's open on Sundays? Or didn't they have issue where they couldn't open up on Sundays even though they're in a football stadium?
They're in a football stadium. They can't be open.
Yeah, it's stupid. So they could be open up if it was on Monday night game or Thursday night game.
Correct.
So stupid.
But your Greek freak is still living his best life. So that was just his one thing that he was, and like his order, like he had the whole conversation with the chick. Like the video went on for a while. There were like people, like it was kind of weird because like there were people standing outside his car in the drive-through lane trying to get pictures and autographs. It's like, what? Like that's weird. Like I understand, like it's like, oh my god, that's so cool, like whatever. But you're standing in the drive-through lane, outside the man's car while he's trying to order. Like that's a weird thing to do. But whatever. So that was number one. Number two, and this one I find way funnier. A little backstory.
Okay.
Because he doesn't directly say what this item is. Okay? And if I had the video, you'd be able to see it and whatever. But the audio is just as good. He's got a little red bell. And on the bell, in white lettering, it says ring for blowjob.
And I give it. And finish it. Does your sisters watch my live?
I have no idea. I just
Or
have
your mom?
Caleb that she has.
Yeah, she bought me this too.
Oh!
Yeah.
I didn't know Maya about that.
No.
She gave me the idea.
No. So she bought me this too.
Stop putting all those little kids on there.
So guys, the freak.
Stop! What is wrong with you?
He could be a freak on the court and on the shit.
Oh my
You
God.
know what I'm saying? Woo! Hey, make sure 43 elevator GS.
Yeah.
So how does his girlfriend look? Because she sounds pretty hot.
She looks okay, I guess. Like
She sounds hot.
I mean, she looks like what you expect like a basketball player's
I
girl
know,
to look
man.
like.
I'm just gonna tell people that I'm a basketball player. Do you think they would believe a fat 10 white guy is playing in the NBA?
Totally.
All right, good. I'm in.
I'm pretty sure Kevin James made a movie like that.
Did he?
I don't know. But if he
Will
has,
Ferrell did.
if he didn't, he probably should. So those are just some of the things that your boy was having a fun time with. I found that one hysterical because your sisters follow this? Does your mom? No? Oh, she gave me this blowjob bell.
So her sisters blow him too.
No.
It's definitely going to be on Pornhub soon.
So, since we are in the basketball world, and obviously you are unhappy with the Bucks winning, let's talk about something that
I like the Suns better. I like Monty Williams. I wanted Chris Paul to win that.
But let's talk about something that's a little bit more
She's all right.
near and dear to your heart, and that would be your Philadelphia 76ers.
She's all right looking.
How would you? That's what I said. She's okay. She's like
Yeah.
what you would think like a basketball girl would look like. Because you got to figure the guy I'm about to talk about that's been attached to the Kardashians and whoever the other one is.
He's got that London chick now.
Yeah, I don't know.
My Joe.
I don't know who she is.
She does like all. She's like the red carpet chick of like London, like the
What?
E stuff.
Oh,
Like London's E. So she does all the award stuff.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, what is the red carpet chick?
No, she does what like
No,
Ryan Seacrest does
Yeah,
just
yeah.
in London.
So let's talk about your Sixers, because we're gonna focus on Ben Simmons in a minute, a little bit of Joel, but your Sixers. They fell a little short at the end of the season there in playoffs.
Dude, does that go down as one of the worst losses in Philadelphia history? Game 7 against Atlanta team where you should win.
Yeah,
You're the number 1 seed.
That whole thing fell apart real quick.
You had it's not as bad as Tampa loss, the Eagles Tampa loss in 2003.
Right.
But or the 93 Phillies loss.
I'd say it's definitely top 10.
It's
maybe
up there,
top
though.
5.
It's up there.
I mean, maybe not top 5, but maybe like 6.
Because in 2001, we weren't expected to beat the Lakers. People were surprised we even got one game out of that, the step-over game. So I don't think that was but losing to Atlanta in 7-game series, I think could be one of the worst.
Yeah, and quite honestly,
or against Phillies against the Cardinals in 11. Because then we had the lead in that series too.
2011.
When we had the best record in baseball, too.
Yeah, when we had like 107 wins on the season.
Yeah, or 102 or something.
Or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, it was over 100 wins, and we had the best record, and we lose to the Cardinals, I believe.
Yeah, after the World Series, every year it just declined rapidly. It's like, you made it this far, you made it to World Series and lost, you made it to the playoffs, lost, you had the best record, and then you got knocked out right away. It's like, ugh. But yeah, I just didn't like. I didn't like any of watching those games against the Hawks because I just could not stand looking at that little rat-faced bastard.
Trey?
Yeah.
I like Trey.
I'm not taking anything away from
He's
his
a hell
talent.
of a player.
I'm not taking
and
anything away.
Did you see the contract he just signed? $205 million. He's 23 years old, 22 years old. It's fucking ridiculous.
And we're gonna circle back to the Sixers here in a second, but like, can we just?
Sorry, he's 22 years old, 23 years old, and he's almost made as much money as Tom Brady made in 20 years of the NFL.
Right, and that was going to be my point. Well, not necessarily that specific, but can we talk about how ridiculous these contracts are? Like, at what point do you put a cap on the NBA? Like, when do you?
There is a cap.
Like, the amount of money
people pay the luxury tax,
insane,
and like it's every tier player because he's at the rookie salary. So in another 4 or 5 years, he can get to Supermax, where he's at that point probably gonna make $350 million when he's like 27 years old.
Well, I mean, I've said this.
That's above the $200 million he just made right now. So by the time he's 30 years old, he's made $500 million.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. What do you do with $500 million? It's a lot of chicken McNuggets.
Freak on the court, freak in the sheets. I don't know what you would do with that money. And at the same time, I've said this on this show before. I'd have to
these people have $500 million, and I'm having my mailman look around the town for my groceries. You know, it's just bad how you have these people, and then you have the people having your mailman look for the groceries.
First world problems.
There should be like a middle ground, right?
But I said this before on the show that we will see, you and I mean, it might be late in our life, you know, if we're still around for it. My son, I truly believe he'll say it, that you're going to see somebody get a contract for over $500 million at some point. Like, it's going that right in that way. And it's going to happen. And people can argue and say, no way. I'm telling you, at some point, it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
And the people, like, you know, our age or older, like, you don't know what you're talking about. And you know what? You'll never know. Your kids might know, or your grandkids might know, but you will never know. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Oh, easily. Sooner than later.
Now, circling back to the Sixers, aside from fizzling out, you had Joel playing with his injured knee, and he just, you know, did business, I guess, or however you want to call it. You got Ben Simmons drama. You got what are we doing in the off season? You got all this stuff. Can we all just agree that the whole trust the process, like, we're done with that?
Oh, the process has been done. Process has been
I
done.
understand
It's time to championship process time.
But I understand that.
Yeah.
But you still have people like TTP. They just had the new jerseys that had it like little like etched in there. You still have people that chant it. It's like can we just officially
Because
put it
people
to,
call Embiid the process.
I understand. Can we put it to bed? Can we be done?
It's been done. I think it is.
You go ahead and say what you got to do. I need to get a beer. A beer.
No, it's definitely been done. Yeah, and the Simmons saga right now is that supposedly he cut off communication completely with the Sixers.
Well, that didn't shock me.
It didn't shock me, but in the long run, people are like, oh, well, what are we doing in the off season and stuff? I think we're waiting for some dude that's been in Tokyo the last 2 weeks. I think that's why we haven't seen that big move. That's why, well, we did get Georges Niang, who I really like, who's going to fit right there in the 4th spot when we trade Toby away with Ben Simmons and Maxey and get that guy from Portland. That's my thought. And you know who's on a plane back to Portland? Or the U.S. of A right now? That guy.
Didn't we just hire his... We hired his trainer?
So he was his assistant coach at Weber State.
Right.
And he's been his trainer in the NBA. And we hired him as not an assistant coach, but as a consultant to the coaching staff.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And this guy is a rapper. His name is Dame Dollar.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's his rapper name. Look it up.
Dame
Dollar.
I saw it in our group chat last night where
Did you think it was just a joke?
I didn't know what it was.
Oh,
I was like it was one of those things I just read, like I was like I don't understand, but I'm just going to keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Didn't understand it.
Listen to it when he gets traded here. That first day when we have the show, we're going to play a little Dame Dollar on the radio. But where would you rather be a rapper at? Portland or Philadelphia?
Well, Portland is really known for its rap scene.
Portland is the Philadelphia of the West Coast.
Portland's really known for its rap scene.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with Starbucks or the grunge scene. Nirvana.
The Biggie Smalls Tupac thing started in Portland.
West Coast, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
it's
man.
It's like, yeah, you are West Coast, but like,
are you? I know he probably would rather be in New York. I think that's where I heard his number one destination, but he's not going to go there now after they got Kemba Walker and signed all these other big players to big contracts. Come on over here, buddy. We'll let you in. We will make you the biggest star in Philadelphia history if you come over here. We will put you up there with the Allen Iversons one day if you win a championship for us.
So now I'm just like literally like I'm staring off into the distance, but I'm processing like the stuff. I'm like literally processing like the stuff in my head right now, and that is, I know how excited you are and who you want. You want Damian Lillard. I get it,
big time.
You're not the only person in the world that wants him, and it makes sense. But the thing that's going through my head right now is over the course of the last, I'll say like 5 years, give or take, how many of these guys did we want? Did we think would be a great addition, a great piece, a great, you add this guy, we're going to the championship. This is that. We're game time. And then it falls apart. And then there's like bad blood.
Well, I'll tell you a couple players that I really wanted bad over the last, let's say, decade or so. I really wanted Roy Halladay. I think that worked out. I think that checked out.
Yeah.
I really wanted Cliff Lee. I think that checked out.
You got him twice.
Got him twice. Didn't really care for him the first time, but I wanted him the second time. The first time he wasn't a household name. He was just an okay guy in Cleveland. But the second time I really wanted him, and it's a hit or miss game. I mean, you missed Andrew Bynum. That was a big downfall.
And that's what I'm getting to. Is like you had your Andrew Bynum that was like
but
a big
Damian
thing.
Lillard is not Andrew Bynum. Damian Lillard actually has skill.
You had Jimmy Butler, and people didn't really want to get rid of him, but then they were like, good riddance or whatever.
Well, because he said he couldn't play with Ben Simmons, and at that point we all wanted Ben Simmons here because he was 22 years old.
And that's what I'm getting at. It's like, here we are. And it's the same thing with the Eagles when it came to Carson Wentz. It's like, oh, well, we got it. Carson's our guy, so all right, we'll get rid of this person. We'll fire the goddamn coach. Are you happy? No. All right, well, then you got to go. So we change a whole bunch of stuff for these one individual players, and then down the road,
one
it's
individual player makes a team sometimes.
I understand,
especially in basketball.
But like you've always been the guy. You yourself, Pooch, have always been the guy to point out that the Philadelphia organization, not one specific team, but the organization as a whole from Philly, always gets the wrong family member.
Well, this is the wrong brother. I don't think Damian Lillard has a brother.
No, I know, but I'm pointing out that you've always said we always get the wrong family member, whether it's a brother, a uncle, or son, whoever.
For the most part, yes.
And my point is, because we always, you've always pointed that out, don't you think that it's possible that we go all in on the wrong people, such as Carson Wentz, Ben Simmons? Because there's
Carson Wentz was a draft pick. That's a little bit different than a free agent or a trade.
But I'm saying, but you sit there
we fucked up a lot of drafts.
I understand that, but I'm saying you sit there and hold on to these guys because they're young, because their future's so bright, because they have this talent. And don't get me wrong, literally, I liked Wentz. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Tried to give him every bit.
There's literally a tiny little jersey of Carson Wentz that I bought from Odell's because they went out of business. I was like, whatever, my son will fit in this one day. He's not even on the team anymore. I can throw that the fuck away. But my point is,
you should wear it. Wear it on the show.
Fat guy in a little jersey. But that's my point. It's and I'm not saying it's wrong that you would sit there and hold on to the idea of all right, Carson's our guy, so we need to make him happy. Ben Simmons is our guy. We need to make him happy. But don't you think that at a certain point, you see it happen a lot of the time in Philadelphia where you're holding on to the wrong guy, and then down the road it's like, ugh, we could have kept Jimmy Butler, got rid of Ben Simmons. Because I've never been a Ben Simmons guy. You know that. But everybody just discredits me because I was not, and I'm not huge into basketball.
I got no problem with Ben Simmons is a hell of a player, and he's going to be a good player on a team that doesn't need a scorer.
Is he, though?
He is a very good player. He's a 3-time MVP, pretty much Defensive Player of the Year. He is a very good player.
Is he, though?
He is. He is. If you watch him play, he just can't shoot, and that's a big part of the game is shooting.
The big part of the game is playing the game. What he is looking like what he wants to do, because optics are everything. We literally just had this conversation in our group chat that the dude looks like he just wants to be a social media person. He wants to be the next Kim Kardashian.
When he's on the court, he plays his heart out. He just can't shoot, and that's a big part of the game.
I understand that, but the way he lives his personal life.
That's his personal life. On the court, he doesn't bring Kim Kardashian or whatever Kardashian or whoever on the court and bangs her on the court. He goes out there and he tries the best he can. He just had a downfall.
And you know why he doesn't bang her on the court in front of everybody? Because he can't shoot. Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna give it to myself.
He does a lot of things good on the court, but the big part of basketball is scoring, and he just can't do it.
And would you? Because and we started this by saying conversations have shut down. He's not talking to the Sixers.
He's not talking to Morey. He's not talking to Elton. He's not talking to Doc. He's not talking to me.
Would you say it's safe to assume that during the playoffs, whether you were against him and wanted him off the team, or whether you were still giving him the viable option but were getting frustrated with his performance of not shooting, is it safe to assume that one singular play, when he took it to the net for that easy layup and then passed the ball for no goddamn reason, was the nail in the coffin for every fan to go, this dude's an idiot?
That sticks in my head big time. I think about that play daily because he's afraid to get fouled to go to the foul line.
Right.
because he can't shoot the ball.
And
But every part of his other game, great defensive player, great passer, great dribbler, does everything else well. Just one of the biggest parts of the game he can't do.
now,
And he doesn't work on it.
right, and that's what I was going to say, because Gallo, who's a season ticket holder, who you used to be season ticket holders with, he told me, and it makes my head, like, jumbled because I don't understand it. At the beginning of every game, you have your teams out there, and they're shooting around, practicing, just doing shoot-around. And he pointed it out, that Ben Simmons is out there shooting threes left and right, sinking them, doing nothing. Why aren't you at the foul line practicing that before they get like what? Because you think the optics are going to make you look stupid?
I hear he's out there a couple hours before shooting 100 foul shots. I think it just gets in his head during the game. He has the yips.
You know who was terrible at shooting foul shots? Shaq. Did it bother his game? No, because he knew. He's like, my hand is too big. It's like trying to throw a softball.
But he scored 30 points a game because he would just dunk over everybody. Simmons just isn't as massive as him.
All right, I'll just end my my Ben Simmons hate for now.
Hopefully when we're back on the show in a few weeks, he's not on this team anymore.
We'll table it until the next time we are back on the show. Sticking with, and this will be my last Sixers point, so we can move on because, goddamn, it's almost been an hour and we're still talking, and there's still a lot of stuff I want to cover. Joel.
Yes.
What's going on with the knee? He's out playing double. What's going on?
He'll get surgery. I'm not worried about it. If he's not worried about it, I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
He doesn't seem worried about it. Maury doesn't seem worried about it. He's out there playing tennis with him. So
that's what it was. Tennis.
Yeah.
What's that about? The two of them out playing tennis. What kind of conversations happening there?
That's a game conversation. That's a super max contract for Embiid conversation. That's a lot of conversation going on right there.
So that's your hot topic right there.
That's
boiling on the stove. Get ready. Pay attention to that.
Something big's happening.
All right.
Like Maury, who's the president of the Sixers or whatever. You don't go playing tennis with your biggest superstar in August unless there's something brewing.
Yeah. All right. So let's digress real quick. I know we've been on the air for about an hour, and we're probably going to try and wrap it up because these chairs are very uncomfortable. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can, if you have Apple Podcasts, go there.
Who was the president of the Sixers back in 2001? Who used to get all excited? Like the trainer dude. I can't remember his freaking name now.
I can picture his face.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're already on your phone Googling it, so I'll just keep going my thing. Follow us on, subscribe to our podcast through Apple Podcasts, or even easier, go to the iHeartRadio app on your smart device, whether it's your phone, tablet, or whatever, and say, play the Booch and Pat Show. The phone lines are down, so don't call us, but we are monitoring the chat, and the chat will pop up on screen. We've talked Phillies.
Pat Croce.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, he's bald now, he's got a big
You think you would ever see
beard.
Pat Croce out there with Allen Iverson playing tennis?
No.
Embiid did call himself the Black Roger Federer, though. That was out of his words, not my words. That's his words.
But I understand. That's a weird comparison.
Embiid's a weird dude.
I know.
That's why we love him here. That's why we love him. We love weirdness.
So don't call us. Use the chat line. We're monitoring it. We're checking everything. We're answering anybody's questions, anybody's concerns, anybody's whatever you want to talk about. Since we're taking a quick little break here in the actual sports talk, one of the things that we got to talk about is in today's the 8th. So in exactly a month and 4 days, Sunday, September 12th, is the first annual Bucha Pat Show Tailgate Classic.
I can't believe it took an hour for you to talk about this. You've been talking about it for the last 3 months.
Yeah, man. Well, it's happening.
Dude, I heard more about this than your son's baptism.
Yeah. You don't even know. You don't even know.
Yeah, I feel bad for Danielle. You've probably been talking her ear off about this for months. Oh, I like that. That's nice.
I know. It came out nice. It's got some weight to it. Whatever. So, for those that don't know, and hopefully everybody does know, but if you don't, the Tailgate Classic is we are doing a cornhole tournament. We're doing it the first Sunday of NFL. It's going to be a fun Sunday, fun day. First week for the Eagles. They're playing down in Atlanta. And we're doing this at the Jenkintown VFW at noon. You got to sign up. You got to get paid because we're charging $50 a team. That'll cover both you and your teammate. That'll cover
food, beer,
that'll
for
cover
hours.
Draft beer from 1 to 5.
Yeah,
that'll cover
during the Eagles game, pretty much.
Yeah, during the whole Eagles game. It's draft beer from 1 to 5. It covers they're going to be barbecuing, so there's going to be burgers, dogs, chicken,
Yeah.
not ribs. I don't know why they are like really making sure that everybody knows there's no ribs.
Is it on the sign? It says ribs.
It was on the sign. They covered it up, but like I don't understand. Like, why aren't you doing it? Because it used to be a pig roast, and then they did away.
Like
so
2 years.
it's whatever. But we are running with this. We have at the moment. I know for a fact we have 11 teams already signed up. We have 4 teams that have already paid, and just so you know, Booch and I are playing. We are a team. We have yet to pay, so don't feel bad. Like we still got to pay, but make sure you get that done. We have to get everybody squared up and done by the end of this month, the end of August.
Listen to him. He's been talking about this damn thing for like a year and a half, so
Because
I can't wait till it's over.
you and I got to do Selection Sunday so we can map out everybody's stuff.
Oh, I can't wait.
First place wins a small prize, a small cash prize, and you get the 2 trophies. So here's the trophy here. It's actually really nice. You wanna...
Let's see it. Ooh, it does have a little weight to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like the Greek freak going to Chick-fil-A with this. Can I get some chickens?
50 piece McNugget
and a lemonade and Sprite.
No ice.
Which is good because I hate when they put ice and stuff.
Because they always fill it way too much.
It's way too much ice.
So anyway, that's everything that we need to know about
Chick-fil-A.
About the Tailgate Classic. Make
I wonder
sure
if they
sign up.
That'd be great if they just brought Chick-fil-A to the Tailgate Classic, but it's on a Sunday.
I know.
Maybe I'll bring my own.
Maybe next year we'll get them to sponsor.
Oh man, once this is over, I'm gonna have to listen to you for a year about the next one.
No, because then we're gonna start gearing up for Wing Madness.
Oh man, it never ends.
You're the current reigning champ. Which your belt's over there, by the way.
I'm not the current reigning champ. It's some dude from the Hollywood one.
No, you. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because we never got to do it.
Yeah.
I just got the belt back. I forgot. Yeah. Well, then the belt's here anyway. So that covers that. Just make sure sign up.
I didn't do the last time. I hosted.
Oh, that's right. I
You were in it. You did a bad performance, so I will be back in it to bring back the belt.
You're such a shithead. What a dick. And then let's see.
We're seeing.
So NFL. Obviously, we haven't talked about Eagles yet, which is a big talking point. You got preseason starting up soon.
Thursday. Oh, tonight's the first fan practice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's tonight at like 7, I think. Bird night.
What's the latest? The one thing that was a big talking point, I think it was like a week or 2 ago, was the big talking point was Dallas Goedert and Rager did not show up conditioned, in shape, ready to go.
They did. They passed it the second time around. It really wasn't a lot of people fail it the first time. They just don't make a big deal out of it. Like a lot of people fail.
Oh, I understand.
Do you know what they have to do? They have to run 50 yards under 7 seconds 50 times. That's pretty fucking hard to do. And Jalen Rager's been dealing with a lot of stuff. I think Goddard only missed it by like 1 or 2 times by like 0.2 seconds. It was like really weird.
Was Rager the one that he
lost
friend?
like his childhood best friend and dealing with a lot of stuff. Hopefully he'll. What are you looking at?
I don't know. Somebody's coming in through my door.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
We're safe up here.
Women and children are downstairs. Leave the talent alone. Take them first.
Leave the McNuggets though.
So
I've been watching like a lot of 30 Rock, and I felt like I just talked like Tracy Jordan though. I want to be Tracy Jordan in life. I just want to be that crazy guy.
I'm telling you. He gets way weirder.
I don't know how
way
he gets
dumber,
weirder.
way dumber. Like, well, because with every like sitcom television show, there's always characters. Like when you start out to where it ends for their character arcs, like how did you become so stupid? When did they make you so weird and dumb?
But he started off stupid and
like,
dumb.
Like Eric from Boy Meets World.
So did Corey
and
too.
Then Corey got weird. On The Office, like Michael Scott, he got way weirder as the show went on. Like, so there's always character arcs that are like, he's one of them.
Yeah, okay.
I know you don't. I know you don't understand. You'll see. You'll understand.
I'm pushing through. I'm on season 4.
Oh, there you go.
It's a quick show. Watch.
They. I think they did 3 episodes. They definitely did at least 2. Part of me wants to say they did 3 episodes live.
Oh.
Like Saturday Night Live. So that was actually pretty cool.
I haven't seen the live episode yet, unless I fell asleep. Who knows? Continue on. Eagles.
So with Eagles gearing up and everything going on, one contentious issue that people were having a big problem with was the Wentz trade, because there was a lot riding on what Wentz can and can't do, and now
what he can do is stay fucking healthy.
And now you have Wentz with the Colts, apparently foot injury, needs surgery, out 5 to 12 weeks.
And so is their offensive guard with the same injury. Is there something with that field, or?
Right. Yeah, I do remember we were talking about that. It's you better address that practice field.
Yeah, something bizarre there, but like that's gonna fuck up our first round pick right there.
What? This actually sounds. Was it the Giants last year when we were talking about, when we started the show? We were talking that there was a lot of injuries or something on the field. It had to do with the field, and we found, like, we were diving into it, and we found out that they just had it. Was it the Giants? I forget. There was a there was a team. We'll have to look that up. Obviously, we'll talk about it afterwards. If you guys know, leave us a comment so we can remember this, because I don't remember. There's a field that everybody was getting injured on, and I want to say it was the Giants field, because it was the
maybe
when Saquon Barkley went down.
Yeah. He got hurt during the game, though, didn't he? Or
yeah.
Was it practice?
No, it was during the game. But, like, there was a lot of injuries on that field.
Oh, okay.
I forget.
I really don't remember last year.
So moving forward with this whole Carson being down, there's a lot riding on him playing X amount of games, all this stuff. So you gotta what? You gotta write off the fact that.
Well, he's out 5 to 12 weeks, and that was 2 weeks ago, right? So hopefully he's back by, we're hoping week 4, maybe?
Yeah.
And hopefully he gets 70% of the snaps in. Who knows? We'll see. It's going to be a second-round pick no matter what, it's looking like.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. Because we already had 2 first-round picks, I think. That was going to be number 3.
Okay. Obviously, because I mentioned this earlier, which is the Against All Odds. We'll be starting that back up to prevent any confusion for Helm, Moser, and Gallo. Are we going to continue doing just straight up picks?
Straight up picks. No lines.
Because if we're going to do lines, somebody's got to take that over, because I don't have time to like sit there and like do the numbers.
Well, we can all do lines, but yeah.
Ooh.
That's great. Go ahead, make your jokes, mister. Jokey. Joke maker.
And then, do you it might be a little too soon right now, but do you have anything that you want to contribute to our listening fan base as far as fantasy football is concerned and what to be on the alert, like looking out
Too
for?
soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know
I haven't even looked into it yet.
I know, because I know we were gearing, like you and I were talking, and Gallo's talking, like all the.
We're talking about like when the dates are. I haven't looked into.
Because that's going to be a key thing with everybody's fantasy football is that the NFL season
is later this year.
Is later.
Next time we're back on air, I'll have a little bit more. I'll probably even have a draft under my belt at that point.
And there's even it's one game longer, a longer season.
17 games.
So that's going to change everybody's.
That's changed up playoffs, and the bye weeks go longer now too.
Yeah.
Bye weeks don't start until week 5, I think, this year. It goes until week 13. It used to be done at like week 11. So yeah, NFL is fucked up this year.
Do you have anything else for NFL? I'm trying to get us to wrap up.
You had 2002 enshrinement last night of the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah,
and tonight you have 2001.
Not 2002.
Not 2021.
2020, 2021.
2020. Did I say 2000?
You said 2002.
Okay.
Out of one of them. You may have said 2000 and I missed it, but I heard 2002.
I've had a couple of these cocktails already, so it might be time to wrap it up soon.
Time to wrap it up. Time for me to go start grilling and get everybody food in them. Whatever. But yes, I forgot. Yes, we had the Hall of Fame enshrinement. Carmichael finally got his ring, his jacket, everything well deserved. Your boy, Tampa Tom.
Well, it's tonight.
I'm talking about his tweets.
Oh yeah.
Because you've loved it ever since he left New England.
Since he's gone to Tampa, he's been outstanding. Are you grabbing a beverage? Because I'll take one. But hello. But
I didn't know you had 3-pounders up here.
Damn. When Rich came in, I grabbed another one because I didn't know if he was coming up or.
Good for you. Yeah, I thought Dr. White was going to join us. Guess he just wanted to hang with the ladies.
Yeah, ever since he went to Tampa, he's been fun. It's like I think he's out of that Colt situation.
Yeah.
Not a Indianapolis Colt, but a Colt.
Yeah.
The Bill Belichick Colt.
Yeah, I mean
he's got a personality. Yeah, nobody knew it.
Wins the Super Bowl, throws the Lombardi Trophy from boat to boat.
Even doing like the golfing, he's been more fun the last couple of years.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, he took to Twitter and pointed out that he will be at Peyton's enshrinement. He'll be there for the speech because he, quote, needs to make sure that he's officially retired and not coming back.
I thought that was hilarious.
Hysterical. Absolutely hysterical.
Did you see what somebody did to Michael Irvin's head?
Is it different than what I was gonna say? That was us.
What's that? You see what it is?
It's a bill rolled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we do that?
Yeah.
Oh, because I saw this on Facebook.
That's from us.
So somebody found this on Facebook?
All right.
I saw this other day, like not on.
Show it to the camera so everybody can see if they're watching, and then later today I'll find my pictures from
this
our
was
road
like
trip.
from like NFL memes.
Okay.
This wasn't like.
Get a little closer. There you go. Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you. When we close down the show, if I find the picture, I will comment on this video with that picture, and I'll show it.
So somebody stole our picture?
Possibly.
Holy crap! Look at that. People actually do care about us.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody else did the same, we did it.
I remember I was doing it, but
because you had a picture with your head amongst the other heads,
yeah.
And then like I'm pretty sure Gallo and you were joking. We're like, yeah, because and I always thought it was weird when we were there. It's like here's a velvet rope. There's nothing standing between you and touching the heads except a velvet rope. You would think it would be like behind glass or like no. You could literally like stand there and just like rub the heads, touch them, whatever. I always found that weird.
I actually forgot we did that.
What, the trip?
No.
Yeah.
We did that. Oh.
I'll look it up and see if it's the same photo.
That's crazy if somebody stole it.
Yeah. Should have trademarked it.
We should have. What the hell? What's up with that?
Yeah, so you got some what's up with that? You want to roll with them?
Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that?
So, yesterday, the Mets pitcher, McGill, gave up 2 home runs. His brother plays for the White Sox, gave up 2 home runs too. First brother duo to give up 2 home runs on the same day.
Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee.
I got a second one. So, Citizens Bank Park is a difficult place to play at. A lot of fights break out, usually with Phillies fans. Not yesterday. It was 2 Mets fans fighting each other in the stadium. What's up with that?
Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that?
I like that. Well, because Mets fans are falling the fuck apart. Like, they are. Like, my college roommate, I saw it, like, he called the show years ago. He was saying, like, oh, the Phillies bandwagon fans are back watching baseball. It's like, shut up. You guys are, like, garbage. And listener Scott Lyons is a Mets fan, so I need to make sure we take a shot at him.
Really not, but we just like to joke around with them.
See, you like to joke. I'm just calling it like it is.
You're not a jokey jokester.
I'm not a jokey joker. I think that basically covers everything that we had. I mean, we could have went into more Olympics.
It's fine. Nobody really cares about
I will say, since we didn't cover it and I didn't find the audio, I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'll just say it for your own personal enjoyment. Google Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg covering the Olympics. You will enjoy it. They did some commentary. It's exactly how hysterical and high you would think it would be.
Okay, all right.
It's entertaining. You had a turd?
I do.
Go for it. I don't have a sound effect.
It was hard to think of a turd. I'm just going to go with Aaron Nola. Just the performance he put in on Tuesday was not very ace-like. 5 runs, 5 innings. Wasn't very happy with the situation. We ended up winning, but turd of the week right there.
Turd of the week.
You got to do a little bit better job, especially since you're going against the Dodgers next week. You got to step up your game.
So, for everybody that tuned in today, thanks for listening. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for sticking with us. Booch is displaying the trophy for the Tailgate Classic. Make sure you sign up and get your money in. Contact Booch, contact me, or stop at the VFW. The link's on the site, everything. We're getting it going. It's going to be a good time. For now, that's all I have. So, as usual, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Tell your friends, tell your family. Go on the iHeartRadio app on any smart device. Play the Booch and Pat Show. You can go to Apple Podcasts and check us out. And I guess we will return in 2 weeks? End of the month or something like that? Because you're going on vacation.
I leave. I'm going for 2 Sundays.
All right. Well, you and I will talk, and then just stay tuned. We will be back because it's season 2.
20, looking like 29th.
Okay, so probably by the end of this month, before Labor Day, we'll be back. And we'll cover everything as per usual. You got anything, closing arguments? Anything you want to say?
We're good to go.
All right, then.
Loaded.
All right.
Get drunk.
Enjoy your Sunday fun days, and we'll see you guys again in a few weeks. Have a good afternoon.